or do you want to last day I have shared. Okay, these are the only two doubts you're having. So what is the doubt, Pankaj? I am asking doubts, right? You are posting questions. You're not able to do that, or what? Like, is my screen is visible, guys? Awesome. So Minakshi, what is your doubt? No, Rima, like this you have to do. Okay, and if you have any doubt, just let me know. Add individual digits in the of the given number. You are having doubt in that, Minakshi. Okay, let me copy your code and then we can discuss that. This is what the code you have written. So the program is correct, Minakshi. What is your problem? Aditya, the date has been extended. Can you check? Minakshi, the program is correct. What is your concern? What is your doubt? All right, let me just give it to you. Yeah, tell me.
So now I got the answer. Previously, the answer is not, not given. And when I run my code, the answer is not showing. So
But
now,
now you are getting right.
yeah, now I'm getting the answer.
Great. Okay. I hope you understood the code.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay.
Sir, one problem is the odd digits from given three digits number.
Okay. All digit you want to check.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me. Okay. The Pankaj, you are also having the same question, right? I have given the
Uh,
mic access.
yes, I think yes.
Okay. So write a program to print the odd digits from the given three-digit number. It's very simple. The same code we are going to use. Okay. Now we'll be separating out the digits here, and instead of this logic, we'll be not using this logic. Okay. Instead of this logic, what we are going to do, if if what, guys, digit is not, or maybe mod 2 is not equal to 0, then what we are going to do, print digit. That's it. let me just correct this. Here 1 2 3. So here you can see 3 and 1 is getting printed. The number which is not divisible by 2 is your odd number. Are you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, Desmond. I'll check your code. Uh, check the given number is palindrome or not. Okay. Palindrome here. So you have written this. Write a program. Okay. In REV you have given this while. So Desmond, like I am not saying the logic to reverse the number. Should I give you a mic access? Would like to say something on that? Like, let me just give you. Now, can you just say something here? Where is your reverse logic?
Hi, Mr. Amit, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, because I tried to search from the Python website, right? So the palindrome is actually using the reverse function. So I'm not sure whether it is correct. So I just try. So I
Okay.
key in the yep. So I
So
key in the yep,
yeah, yeah, I
yep,
understood. Like, so
yep,
basically, palindrome means what? Like, if we reverse a particular digit number, then again we are
yep.
getting same number, right? So this is what the
Correct.
palindrome is. So previously,
Yes.
like in last to last class, we discuss about like how we are going to reverse the number, right? So there is one
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
logic. Let us say, suppose I'm just doing some modification in your code. Instead of rev, let's write this is a normal number. Okay, then
Okay.
here I am writing here again normal number. This is, so we are
Okay.
storing our normal number into another variable, right? And then
Okay.
there
Yep.
is no need to have a sum, because in reverse logic we are not supposed to add any number here. Okay, so
I see.
here let's write the reverse logic. Okay, reverse is
Okay.
equal to reverse, then maybe multiply by 10 plus digit. This is what the reverse logic is. And then here I will be writing here our original number, right? This one. So I am writing this num divided by this one. This is what the current number is. There
Okay.
is no need to have these two statements also. This is for our information. Okay, now
Okay.
what we'll be doing, we'll be comparing our original number which is stored in temp and
Mm,
the result, that is reverse number, that is in the rev variable. So I will be comparing this rev and temp, and then I will
okay.
be, checking. So let's say 121. So this
Yep.
is your uh, okay, rev is not defined here. We need to write num.
No. Okay.
We just, these are
Oh,
normal
okay.
number, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And R in rev we are storing reverse number. Okay, so let's
Okay.
say 121, and you can see number is not palindrome again.
It should be palindrome, right?
Yeah, yeah, just a second.
Oh, yep.
mm,
Should,
Here instead of number, here it is rev. Okay,
oh, EV.
now, yeah, so again, okay, rev multiplied by 10. Just is it.
And should,
Okay, so 10, then So okay, it's taking garbage number. So let me just revise this 50. Now it is correct.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
So yeah. So here like we are reversing the number. If you see the number is reverse here, right? So let me
Yep.
run it again, 123. So here this is what
Oh, yeah.
the reverse number, right? So it is not equal to
Yeah.
our original number. That's what it is saying, not palindrome. Okay.
Palindrome.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
have to
So
you
mm,
have to assign 0 to rev, because we are doing some operations here, and it there may be a chances like rev will take some garbage value. Okay, so to remove that garbage value we need to assign it to the 0.
see, is it same logic as sum, right? So if you want to like times sum, then we need to put sum equals to zero first. But this one we need to put
Yeah, yeah.
rev equal to zero. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because here we are doing some operations, right? In sum also we are
Okay.
adding some numbers, right? In rev also
Okay.
we are doing some multiplication operation. So suppose let us
Okay.
consider we are not writing this statement, then
Okay.
there might be a chances like in rev variable inside the memory there will be some garbage. Okay, and then we are multiplying that garbage with the 10. That's why we are not able to get the reverse number. But now we flushed out that garbage by how we flushed it out, by assigning 0 to that particular
Zero.
variable, right? So whatever the garbage will be there, it will be flushed by the 0.
Zero.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will revise. I will refer back the video. Thanks, Mr. Amit.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh, okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, when I run the code, the answer is not correct. The same
which
way.
which which
This
code?
this this one,
Can you put
the
your code in
palindrome.
the chat, please?
So I think the running problem is there.
Can you put your code in the chat, please? Or maybe in the Q&A section.
Sir, the same way you do, just enter the number 123. The answer, I not get the answer.
123 is not palindrome.
Yeah, I know. So
Then
525 is palindrome number. If I put the,
525. Yeah.
yeah, if I do this, then the same, the enter the number 525, I not get the answer.
Can you put down your code in the chat?
Oh
I will
yes,
just copy that.
I have using two device, so I can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how I'll be coming to know like
yeah,
what you have written?
yeah. Sir, I have one doubt in first 100 natural numbers using while loop. What should
Mhm.
I do in this? First 100 natural numbers using while loop. How could I
So
do this?
it's very simple, no? Like you have to how you did sum, right? You remember like in last lecture we did sum for first 10 numbers, right?
Yes,
So you iterate that loop from 1 to 100, 10, because we need natural numbers and natural number starts from 1,
one.
right? So 1
Yes,
to 10 we iterate the loop. Same here, you have to iterate the loop from 1 to 100. You have to just sum it, multiply it. So let's write that code also. Okay, so for example I am writing, so now we want multiplication, right? So can I assign multiplication with 0, guys? Let us start from 1, because we want the whole natural number. So your I is less than or equal to 100. Till then I will be using multiply is equal to multiply plus multiply by I. Okay, in this way. And at the end, um, I is equal to I plus 1. and then here I'll be printing. So what result I'm expecting, guys? Can you just write down in the chat? Yeah, 0, because our multiplication is what, guys? MUL variable is 0. So 0 multiply by anything. Even though we have started from 1, it will make it as 0, right? And every time multiplication will be 0. So instead of assigning it to 0, we need to assign it to 1. See, we have seen, like, while doing addition, we need to assign it to 0, because you know the mathematical rule, right? When we add anything to 1 or anything to 0, sorry, there is no change. Same, if we add anything to 1, then it will be, increasing by 1. Same here in multiplication, if we multiply anything with the 0, then result will be 0, right? And we don't want results 0. So if we multiply anything with 1, there is no change in the result. That's why we need to assign that mul with the 1. Now you can see this is what the multiplication. I'm not sure, but this is not correct, I think, right? Is it correct, guys? I'm not sure. Okay. Mohammed, which program you want, like the explanation, right? Odd digit from given 3-digit number, right? All right. So can you see this program? Where this one? No, which one? This one. Uh, it's a palindrome here. Okay. So we are separating the digit from this particular sentence. Then we are checking if digit is not divisible by 2. If digit is not divisible by 2 means what? That number is odd. Are you agree with this, Mohammed? This one. If that number is not divisible by 2, then what? It is an odd number. See here. If this number is not divisible by 2, that means its remainder is not 0. Then we are going to display that particular digit. Okay. And again, the same logic that we have seen in the last class, you all know, like, what this statement is doing. You all know what this statement is doing, right? So we have seen that in the last session itself. You understood the logic, Rizwan, Mohammed? Great. Okay. So Ekta, what, like, last two we have solved this. Now reverse the 3-digit number using while loop. Can you see now? This is what the logic to reverse the 3-digit number up to this point. This is the logic to reverse the 3-digit number. Ekta, understood? Pankaj, do you have any other question?
No, sir. All is clear.
Which Safa, like, where okay, you sent it here. Let me just copy your code and come back. Let me open new notebook for today, guys. Okay. All right. So what you have done here, you mean I here? Safa, like you mean I here? Like I'm not sure what is that N. I want odd digits, Safa. Like you are printing number. I want odd digit. Okay, I have given a number, not a list, a number, and from that number I want to print what? The um, the digit, okay, which is odd. This is what the intention of that particular program. Monica, which code you are asking? Let me just check. Guys, if I'm missing some comments, please let me know because there are multiple doubts you are sending. I'm not sure why. Uh, so now which thing you need the explanation? Like I'm not sure. I missed that particular thing. Abina, like which basic principles you're talking about? Okay. So logical code, like we have written reverse the number, palindrome and everything, right? So that is we have already discussed in the last session. Have you gone through that particular videos? Like what statement is doing what? Have you discussed that or have you revised that? Please go through that video. Monica, okay, let me copy your code. So what you are printing? Odd numbers. I want odd digits from a given number, Monica. So this code is not correct. Okay. Okay. Any other question from anyone? Or we are good? Okay, Shweta. Manish, what is your question, please? What is your question? Brajbandhu, a palindrome means when we reverse the number, again we'll get the original number. Like 121, when we reverse that, we'll get again 121. Which first program, Monica? Like write a program to add only even numbers from the list. So Moin, like you have to email to Ajay for that. Okay. Deepak, you send some code, right? Deepak, but I can't see the question there. What is your problem? You are sending it for our reference or you are having doubt? I'm not clear on that. So can you put down your questions, please, after your code? Okay, I got your code, but what is your question? Deepak, I have run that particular code. Let me just give you an access so that you can ask me directly. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, I'm
Actually, I'm getting in this code. If you see, I'm getting the list length of the list, and I'm entering entering the values in the list. Actually, from the first and last item, we have to swap in the new list. This is the code I have written for that. In
okay.
that case, actually, the original list is li1, right? And the second
Mhm.
list is li2. But if I print the after li2 last print statement, one before the print statement, which is last one before last li1, but the li2 is got updated there. Why it is happening like this?
The original list is li1 and
Ah,
the first
li1
and last value interchange in this list
in
is
the
this one.
li2 over here. But
Li2 is also updated, right? And the
yeah,
original list is also updated.
it's updating.
And this
Yeah.
is what the given. Okay. So here what you did like li1, li2 you have written. All right. You have you have taken the element. Okay. So you have taken first element in one variable. You have taken last element in the another variable. Then now
I'm
this is
copying.
what the mistake is. Okay.
Okay.
So if you are assigning these values to this particular
Okay.
li2, okay, so what it do, it will now if you just check, okay, after this let me just print it out. Print id of, you know, li1, okay, and print id of li2. Okay, now let me just run that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it becomes marked up.
Yeah, enter the length 4. So if you see, both IDs are same, right?
Okay.
Right. Because of this, uh, because of this, your IDs are same. That's why Li2 is also pointing to the first, and Li1 is also pointing to the first memory location. You're getting it?
Okay.
So
So I
instead
have
of
to give
that,
an
what
int.
yeah, instead of this, what you have to do is, like, you have to just do kind of copy function. Let's check. Okay, length is 4. Okay, can you see now the difference?
Yes. Yes.
And now you can see your original list is this one, and this is what the changed one. Okay, so make sure, like, if you're assigning the values, that means it will, pointing out to the only one memory location.
So both will
Okay.
be remains. Both will get updated.
Yes, yes.
And one more doubt also there. Shall I post it there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Guys, you understood the problem that Deepak is having? You remember, like, we learned this, right? In one of the session. You have
You
to
can
solve
see.
such questions, guys, so that you will get the proper idea. Okay. All right. So in this, what is the problem?
Actually, first solution is okay for me. The second solution, the yes is not getting updated.
Yes, is not getting updated. Okay.
Uh,
So
It shows actually a error. Actually. Immediately if you run, it will do that.
let me. Okay, here you are taking the element, right?
Yeah, that is only for list. You are making a list for that.
Write a program to find the sum of the element in the list. Where is your first solution? This one.
No, it is not a solution. Actually, first I am getting only the list up to first.
Yeah. Okay. Length of the list is 4. The values are 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the type error. Okay. So the problem is very simple. Okay.
Okay.
Here you have to do the typecasting, because you remember, like, input function takes the data in string.
Okay. Oh, that is enough for this one.
Now you
Now it is working.
uh,
Understood.
okay. Any other
I have
doubt?
one. Actually, for this, if you are saying immediately, if you are saying by seeing the error, you are saying it is typecasting. Is there
Yeah.
any help for that? Whether what we have done, what wrong we
Yeah.
have done?
You need a practice actually for that. I know, like,
Okay.
in every session, student, uh, the candidates are doing the same mistake. That's why I learn all these things.
Okay.
Like,
When I keep on
uh,
doing this one, I'll be lost.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone, like,
And,
you need a practice for that. Yeah. Because see,
and one.
uh, don't get panic when you have an error, right? Because there is one habit, guys. You have to read, you have to understand the error, because Python is doing a great job. Actually, they are displaying what error you are having, okay, where that error is, and why this is happening. Everything is mentioned in the error message, but guys, you all are not reading that particular message properly, and that's why, you know um, there is a problem. But try to understand the error, try to read the error, you will get the solution.
One more code I'm studying is this is actually for ASCII value. You have to create ASCII value for a character.
Okay.
This I had a doubt, but CHR if you use it will give the ASCII character. But if it
ASCII
is an
character.
integer, it will be an ORD. But if I want to check both in a input string, how I can use this?
Let me check. Uh, odd. Okay.
Both I have given odd now, but actually one for one we have to give CHR.
Yeah.
Immediately it will give the error for me. If,
To create its ASCII. Suppose I'm writing A
it will
65.
give.
So what is your concern then?
Actually, uh, the first code you have to, if it is a digit, you have to go. If you give the number, it will be you have to use CHR, no? CHR of I. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I have to correct it. I made odd order. Actually, I have to change that
If
code.
I dot is digit equal to 1,
Then it is CHR of I. Right?
is digit. If it is digit, then it will do this, right?
Ah,
Otherwise, it will do
actually, you
CHR.
now you give. Uh, then how it has worked? Now you are given only A, but it is giving a value.
Wait, I had just and yeah, error A. So it will give type error cannot be interpreted as integer. As for alphanumeric, what is the function? Each decimal is alpha.
Yes.
Is alnum. Okay. Okay. So
Give a number. CHR is not working.
yeah. Let me just. Is this the ASCII value for 12? Check this ASCII value. Okay. I think yes. uh, let's check. Yeah, so we are doing like reverse operation actually previously. Okay, so this is the code to find out the ASCII. Make these changes and check. Okay.
I will post the copy and picture. Sure.
Yeah, this is the correct one. Yeah, I posted. Okay, I think now we can start with the new topic today. Praveen, ASCII means like computer never understand our language. The understandable language for computer is ASCII value. Okay,
Amit, please you can share this page assignment two with us.
which one?
Assignment two, this page, current page.
This file you want?
Ah, yes.
All right, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Any other thing? Uh,
Thank you from my side. It's okay.
yeah. No. Rupali, what is the problem? Can you put down the problem in the chat, or you want the mic access? Tell me what is happening at your end.
Hello, sir. When I'm typing in my command window, then it
Mhm.
is not appearing. The text is not appearing actually. Why is it so? I want to ask this.
What is not appearing?
Whatever command, letters, alphabets, anything means keyboard is not supported by the command line here in the Jupyter.
Here, like whenever you are typing, there is no any response from like this. Okay. Can you just close all the application and restart again? Like
Yes,
not a
sir.
computer, but
Huh.
the Jupyter notebook.
So I have done it actually so many times. I don't know what is wrong with it. Should I reinstall it, means uninstall and again?
No, 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 no. You do one thing.
Yes, sir.
Restart your machine. Okay.
Mm.
Transfer this meeting to your mobile now and restart your machine and join again. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Do
sir.
not uninstall it because previously it was working, right?
Yes, sir. It was working.
Yeah. So don't uninstall it. Otherwise it will create a problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I believe like most of you all guys understood the looping control very well. Now let's go ahead and understand one more thing about looping control, that is, you know, handling break and continue statement. Okay. So let us understand the scenario, guys. Okay. So why we are going to use break and why you are going to use continue. So if there is a list of numbers, for example, like 10 numbers I'm having, and I want to find out the particular number from the list. If I found that particular number, then I am not interested in scanning the further numbers. Okay, I just need to break down that particular loop and continue with the next operation. Okay, so in that case we'll be using break, and if we want a particular number to be skipped and again we'll be continuing the next scanning, then we'll be using continue statement. So I'll be explaining that with the help of code so that you will better understand that. Let me just share my screen again quickly. Is my screen is visible to you?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just write down break, continue. Okay, let us consider I'm having a list. A is equal to, for example, 100, 200, 300, okay, 400, 800. And now what I want, if 200 appears in the list, then I am okay with that. I don't want to scan further. Okay, this is what the the thing is. Or for example, I want to find out, let us consider these 100, 200, 300, 400 and 800 are the prices of a particular product, or maybe a a particular product in a particular region, for example. Okay, and I want to scan all these numbers. If I found a number which is greater than or equal to 200, then I don't want to scan further. I just want to stop there. I have finished everything. Okay, in that case we'll be using break statement. Break statement always break the current loop. It will terminate the current loop, guys, and it will continue with the next statement. Okay, so let us write something about the break statement. Let me just write it down here. Break. So it is used to break the current statement, a current loop, we can say. Okay, it will skip further iterations. Iterations means what, guys? Suppose I am executing a while loop, right? And in that while loop will be executed 100 times. If I want to print first 10 100 numbers, then while loop will be executed how many times? 100 times. So that loop will be executed 100 times, but when I use a break statement, then that 100 times will be break there. Okay, and it is not going to continue further. This is what the breaking of a current iteration, or skipping the current iteration. Okay, so break is used to skip the further iterations. The syntax is very simple. We'll be writing break only. Let us try to understand the example. Okay, let's say I'm having some numbers. A is equal to 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500, for example, right? And then I'll be writing here for I in A, if you know if your I is greater than or equal to 200, or maybe we'll be writing less than or equal to 200, then break. Otherwise print I. Okay, so how it is going to execute? See here, we are having list. This is, then it will pick first number 100 in I. See, I is less than or equal to 200. Is it correct, guys? I is less than or equal to 200. Is it correct? Yes. So it
Yes.
will execute a break statement, guys. Okay, it will execute a break statement, and it is not going to print anything. So when it executes a break statement, it will skip this entire for loop, guys. What it will do, it will skip the entire for loop. That means it is not going to scan the further elements. We left with further elements, right? We are still, looking for 100 in I contains 100, 100 is less than 200. Yes, it is correct. So it will break the loop. So it will terminate this entire for loop. Even it is not going to execute this print I. Okay, let's see. Can you see there is no output for this particular code? Let me just write one more statement in this print. It came out from for loop. Okay, you can see now it is just printing it came out from for loop. Okay, because the first number itself is satisfying this particular condition. That's why it 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 executed break statement and it skipped the entire for loop, guys. In this for loop, these are the elements, and then it comes out and it appeared what this particular statement appeared outside the for loop. That's why it has executed this. Now let us consider instead of 100 I'm having 1000. I'm having 1000. So let me execute that. Can you see now 1000 appeared here? Because let us say now first element is 1000. So I contains 1000 now. If 1000 is greater than 200, is it correct? No. So it will never go inside and it will never execute the break. It will come to the next statement, which is outside the if, right? Outside the if, what is there? Print I. So it will print the value of I, that is 100,000. Okay, again it will go and search for the next element, that is 200. Now I contains 200. 200 is less than or equal to 200. Yes, it is correct. So it will break the loop. It will it, it will terminate this entire for loop, guys, and it will come outside the loop and it will print what? I am outside the this it came out from the loop. Okay, now let us consider I am having 200, 2000. So can you tell me, guys, can you write down in the chat what will be the output is? What will be the output is? Yes, Anna, I have given you the access.
So I'm not able to understand this part. If I is less than equal to 200,
Hmm.
so A in the list first part is 1000. So if
Hmm.
I is this is the condition, I is less than or equal to 200. So 1000 means it is not less than, I mean, it
Yeah,
is
it is not less
higher.
than, right?
Yes.
So it will not go inside the if. It will not go inside the if, right?
Okay.
Are you getting if? You remember if, right?
Yes, yes. If
Right.
I less than equal to 200. Here I
Huh.
is not less than equal to 200.
Yes. So condition is false here, right?
Yes.
So it will not go inside the if. That means it is not going to execute break.
So only when it is true, then only it will go for a break.
Of course, right?
Yes.
We have
Yes.
written this in the break, right? If
Okay. And
then if it is not coming inside the if, then it where it will go? The next statement, right? That is print,
okay.
because it is outside. This print is outside the if. Are you agree? Because it is exactly below the if, right? That's why it is
Yes.
outside the if. So it will execute this I. That's why it has printed 1000. Agree?
Yes.
Now it will go and search for the next element, that is
Same.
2000. So I will be 2000. 2000 is not less than or equal to 200. Again condition false, right?
Yes.
Again it will not break. It will come and print 2000. Are you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Again it will go up 300. 300 is again not less than or equal to 200.
Yes. It will
Again it
again.
will print what I. So what will be the output, guys? Can you see all elements of the list will be the output? I hope now you all understand the break. If condition meets, then it will break the loop. It will break the loop. Okay.
So why aren't you writing else print I? I mean break. If it is not, I mean if
That
it
is
is
also okay. That is also okay. That is completely okay. See, this if is completely a separate block. Okay. This if is completely a separate block, and this is again a separate logic. Getting it? If you want to write a else and then print I, that is also okay. That is also okay. Do you want me to write that else?
yes,
That is also okay. Can you see the same output? Because we are writing break, right? If we go inside the if, then it will break the element. If not, then it will continue to print I. Okay.
got it.
Yeah. Now, guys, instead of break, I am writing continue. Okay. And instead of let me just resume these previous numbers. Okay. Now let me execute the code. Can you see now the difference, guys? What is the difference? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between break and continue? See, again, I will write the break here. Okay. See the difference. Can you see no element is printing when we write break, and when we write continue?
So I will tell. I would like to tell, sir.
Yeah.
So in first case, when it was break, so if the condition is met in the first
Mhm.
place, 100 is like meeting the condition. So
Right.
it automatically become break. So there only it will stop.
Right. And it will not scan further elements, right? It will go
Yes,
outside the for loop.
yes. Say similar thing is happening here also, but it will continue
It
instead
will
of
like it will skip the current number, that is 100, and it will go for
and
next element, right?
yes. But again, once it goes to next element, again it will continue, but the third element would be false. So it will print
Yes.
3, 4, I mean 300, 400, 500.
Right. So the main difference is break will terminate the entire loop if condition met. Okay. But continue will not terminate the entire loop. Instead, it will terminate what? The current iteration. Current iteration it is going to terminate. It will go to the next iteration. Okay. Any doubt, guys, in the continue?
Sir, is this only for loop or it is for
Oh, it is
while
for
loop?
while loop also. Yeah. Okay. I'm writing the two simple thing here instead of now you can understand, right? Break and continue. Any question, guys, in break and continue? Very simple. Same thing is there for while also. Okay. So Monica, continue will what? Just it will skip the current iteration. It will go for the next one. Like we are having 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500, right? So for 100, it is meeting the condition, right? So it will continue. That means it will skip that iteration. It will go for the next 200 element. Again, 200 is meeting the condition. So it will again continue. It will go to the next iteration, that is 300. Again 300 is not meeting the condition, so it will print the element. Are you getting it, Monica? All right. Any other question? Yes, Mohammed Rumi. Yeah, what is your doubt? So let me give you an access. Yeah, go ahead and ask your doubt, Rumi.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Yeah, fine, fine. Thank you. How are you?
Fine. Sir, I try to, can you check my code?
Yeah,
Uh,
let me copy that code and uh, we'll talk about that. Okay, so here indentation, then here break. Yeah. Now tell me what is the problem.
when I try to enter any other number else than the list, it's coming again asking the number.
Okay, so you want that B ka first element and then the dynamic number to be
Yes, yes,
matched. So enter the first element, that is, suppose I am writing 1000. Okay, so 1000 is 100. That number is, less than this, so it will not break, it will print that element, right? So you
yes,
can see, um, so it will just break the element, right?
yes, yes,
1000 is less than or equal to 100 is less than or equal to, so condition is meeting here. Agree?
yes.
So it will come out. Then what is the problem?
So if we will enter, for example, 101,
101. Again 100 is less than this one, so it will come outside the loop. It is correct, right?
okay, so it will come out. Okay,
Because I is 100, right?
yes,
And 100 is less than 101. It is correct.
yes,
101 will go here, right?
okay,
And
yes,
100 is here.
okay, okay, I got it.
Yeah. Any other question? If you don't have any question, then let's go ahead and understand the functions. Which one? Okay. Yeah, sure. I will explain it again, guys, for you. So we are having two statement, break and continue. Break is used to break, or we can say terminate the current loop. Let, instead of break, I'll write terminate current entire loop, guys. Okay, it will skip the further iterations also. So in continue, it will not break the loop, instead it will terminate the current iteration and go for the next iteration. What it means, suppose I am having this list. Okay, I'm using break now. So very first condition is 100. 100 is now I contains 100. 100 is less than or equal to 200. Is this condition is meeting, guys? Is this condition is true? Yes, it is true. So it will come inside the if and then it will break the loop. So it will break the loop in the sense it will come outside the for loop, guys. This is what the for loop is. It will come outside the for loop and it will print only what I came out from the loop. It will not go further and scan this element. Here itself the condition made, that's why we come outside the loop. That's it. That's why I'm saying here it will terminate the entire loop. Okay, it will skip further iterations too. All right, the second thing is continue. In that we are not going to terminate the entire loop, but we are going to terminate the current iteration where condition met. For example, 100 is here. So I contains 100. 100 is less than or equal to 200. Yes, it is correct. So it will execute the continue. That means it will skip this 100 and it will go to the 200 again, second number. Okay, again it I contains 200. 200 is less than 200. Yes, it is correct. So again it will go and continue with the next element, 300. So 300 is less than 200. No, it is not right. So it will come outside the if block and it will print what? This I. That's it. Again for the same for the 400 and same for the 500 also. This is how the continue work. Continue never breaks the entire loop. Break does it. Okay. This is what the difference between break and continue. Do you want to see the flowchart for this, guys? Break and continue, or you are good with this?
Amit, in line
Yeah,
16, if we put I greater than is equal to integer and any number, what will happen?
like this.
Yeah.
This is like completely your logic. See now. Okay. Now let me just execute that. Okay. And here I'm writing 2. What will happen? I is your what? 100. Right? 100
Hmm.
is less than 2. Is it correct? 100 is greater than 2. Is it correct?
Yes.
100. I is 100. Right? 100 is greater
Yeah.
than 2. Okay. So
Hmm.
it is correct. So it will execute what? Break.
Okay.
So it will come outside the loop. Can you see there? It will come outside. It is not going to print the further element. So let's say, suppose I am writing, for example, 1001. Okay.
Hmm.
Now your 100 is what? 100 is greater than 1001. No.
No.
Right. So it will not execute break, but it will come and print what? The I. Can you see? Oh, sorry. Can you see now it has printed 100?
Yes.
Again, it is asking the second condition. For example, 1002. So 200, now it will take next number, right? 200 is
Hmm.
greater than or equal to 1002. Yes. Is
No.
it correct? No. So it will not execute break. It will come here and print what? I. Are you getting it?
Get till the number which will satisfy the
Yeah.
condition.
Now, yeah. Once we satisfy the condition, it will stop there itself. It will not scan the further elements.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let me just rename this to function as well. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so you want to see the flow chart. Okay, let me just show it to you.
So one more time, I just want to go through this last one example.
Mhm.
So the one which you have already opened on screen. So here B is equal to 100, 200, 300, 400, 800. I in B, yes. If I is greater than equal to integer. So here, whatever output that I want to put, I mean, enter whatever number that has to be greater than I.
Right.
Means here I is 100. So it has to be greater than or equal to 100. If it is less than 100, then it
Then it
will
will break.
break.
Yeah,
But it is if it is less, then it is like false. No, I mean it is not. It is not.
yeah. That means like that condition should be false. Then only will
Then
print
only it
the
will print,
numbers.
right?
Right,
Yeah. So for example, that number which I enter, that has to be greater than I. Means it has to be either 100 or more than 100. Then it
right,
is true. So
right,
then it will break.
right.
And if it is less than 100, then it will print whatever. Print.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Okay. So same with 200 also, and okay.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me just show you the break. Can you see my screen?
Can you make it zoom little bit, please?
Uh,
Uh,
but resolution is not readable.
can you see now?
Better.
This is simple break. Okay, so here is the starting point. Okay, then when we enter in the red zone, that means we are checking the condition, guys. If our condition is false, that means we are not going to execute the break. We are going to continue with the next element. Can you see the arrow, guys? If condition is false, we are going to continue with the next element again. But if we satisfy the condition, then we'll have what? Break statement. And break statement, after break statement, will be ending our program. That means we'll be going away from that particular loop. This is what the break statement is. Okay, here is the simple thing. While loop is there. Okay, if this condition is satisfied, then we'll have a break statement. And then we found out this break. After that will come outside the while loop, guys. Can you see here? Outside the while loop, exit from the loop. Same. Okay, same is for loop also. If we have a break, then we'll come outside the loop. Okay, simple thing. When we have a continue, guys, let me just check with the continue.
Sir, can you replace 100 with 50, please, in that same example?
Yeah, we'll do that, but try to understand this flowchart first. Okay, uh, then let me just find it for continue. You can also go and check, guys, like here. Okay, so we are here. Okay, our condition is true and everything is true. Okay, suppose our condition is true, then we'll have a continue statement. Again, we'll go to the next element. You can see here we are not going to terminate the loop. We are going to a next element. Again, we'll continue to test the condition. Again, if the condition falls, then we'll have the next statement definitely. But if we encounter with the continue, then again we'll go up, we'll take the next element, we'll continue the process again. We are not going to terminate the loop. Okay, so this is what the flowchart for continue is, right? So you can just search for flowchart for continue, flowchart for break. You will get the idea. Okay, very simple. And where you want 50, Sena, like let me
In
just,
place of 100.
okay, here 50. All right, and then what number I should enter here?
uh, then you should enter, say, you enter 70.
So definitely, like this condition will false, right?
Yes.
So it should print the 50. right? Again, see it printed 50 and it goes for the next element. Okay,
So,
now
so
it is asking. Hmm.
what if I put continue instead of break in this scenario?
So in this scenario, like if we have a continue, then anyway it is not going to enter in the loop, right? So it will go for the next element. It will print it. Okay. So it will like suppose I'm writing here continue. Okay. So anyway, like we are not writing the printing logic inside the if. Are you getting it? So it is not going to print this particular statement. Okay. Let me just write it down here. The main idea is like it will break, that means it will come outside the loop. Okay, and continue means what? It will go to the next element. So if you are writing here continue, anyway it is not going to print the element. Okay, so it will go for the next element. So here suppose I'm writing 70. Okay, you can see. So yeah, it has printed this 50 because the condition is false, right? Again it will go up 200 now. So 200, what I should write 70. So 200 is definitely greater than or equal to 70, right? So it will skip the element. Can you see it has skipped that? It never prints this I. Again it will go to the next element 300. Again I'm writing 70. It will go to the next element. Again I'm writing 70. It go to the next element, right? Again writing 8, for example 800. It will just terminate the loop. Okay, the same thing.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah. Manish, do you have any problem? Do you want to ask anything? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and understand functions. Okay. Very simple term, guys. Function, very powerful. Every programming language have it, and a very useful concept, guys. Okay. So till now we have seen, uh, multiple functions. So can you list out what are the different functions we have seen till now? I just want the functions to be listed in the chat. Can we write some functions that we have seen till now? Yeah, very good. Print is the very famous function, we can say, right? Then some. Have we seen the functions of list? Vishal, we haven't seen that def ever. I am asking the functions we have seen. So what are the different functions we have seen in the list? Sunita, it is not a function. It is just, the keywords. We have seen different functions for list, right? Can you put down the functions for dictionary? Guys, quickly. Functions for dictionary. Have you seen that? Functions for set, functions for tuple. Perfect. Okay. So these all functions. Now see, let us consider append function, guys. Okay. Or let us consider print function. Let us consider print function. So what is the use of print function? What is the use of print function? It is used to print the result on the screen. Simple. But Do you know how it is printing internally, guys? How that text is coming to your screen? Do you know that for every activity there is a program written, right? Whenever we are pressing a key, there is also one program. Are you getting it? We never know behind the screen what is the code for print. We never know behind the screen what is the code for append function. Are you getting it? We never know what is the code for, you know, items or get function or pop function, copy function, and everything. So the functions which are already inbuilt in Python is called inbuilt functions, guys. What we called it as inbuilt functions. Okay. So whatever the functions we have seen till now, these all are inbuilt function in Python. So Python developer had written all these functions and they have made it accessible to us so that our life will be easy. And that makes Python very easy to use. Okay. So previously we need to write some code to display this output on the screen, but now we have to just write down the print, and it makes it happen to print all the result on the screen. Are you getting it? So all these functions we have seen is what the inbuilt functions. So everyone, can you just write down 5 inbuilt functions, everyone, okay, in the chat? Any 5 inbuilt functions in the chat? In one go, guys, write down 5 inbuilt functions in the chat. Okay, so now I believe like there is no further explanation needed for inbuilt function, right? Okay, let's go ahead and write down, or maybe, try to understand other type of function, that is user defined function. Okay, so this function makes programmers life very easy. Okay, it allow us to reuse our code multiple times. So for which lecturer you're talking about, I'm not sure, but I haven't, you know, is it? Is this particular topic already covered, guys? Can you put down in the chat? Is
In your absence, other lecturer inform us the definition of the user-defined function. Def.
user defined functions we you have already covered, right?
Yes, he informed us. He explained to us, but check with others if they are comfortable or we have to revise it.
Okay, all right. So Okay, so let me just continue again. Okay, some are saying continue, some are saying again. Let me just continue with that, right? And yeah, so I believe like everyone is having the basic understanding of this particular functions. Let's understand how we are going to write the user defined functions. So let me just write it down here, user defined functions. Okay, so here I'll be writing syntax, how to define the function, guys. Def means define a function. Okay, def means what? Define a function. Okay, then write down function name. Follow this method, guys. F should be small, and if you have a second word in that particular function name, then that second word's first letter should be capital. This is the naming convention you have to follow. It is not compulsory, but as a good programmer you have to follow this convention. Okay, f should be small, but whatever the function name, okay, the first letter should be small, and if you have a second letter in the function name, then that letter must be capital one. Then here arguments, or we call it as parameters, or we call it as input. Okay, then this is indentation. We are starting with the function block. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement n. We'll have n number of statement, guys. This is what the function writing functions, right? And this is called function definition. Function definition. Okay, this is the syntax for function definition. Let me just write down the example here. Okay, I'm writing def summation, or instead of summation let's add addition. In this, suppose I am passing a comma b comma c. Here I'm writing e is equal to a plus b plus c, then print d. That's it. So here addition is your function name, a b c are the arguments, or we call it as parameters, or we call it as inputs to this particular function. Okay, and on that we will act, we'll add those numbers and we'll print the result in this way. This is what the function is. Okay, now this is called what, guys? Function definition. Let me copy this and let me write it down here. When I execute, guys, what will happen? Can anyone tell me what will happen when I execute this particular code? What it will print? What it will print? Nothing. Why? Error, nothing. Perfect. Okay, we have to pass the parameter. As we are just defining, nothing is going to print. Exactly. So I have just defined the function, guys. When I execute this, it will not print anything. It is not going to execute at all. Okay, so to make it active, to make it accessible, we need to call it. Like, let us assume you are working in a software industry, guys. You are having a team of 5 members and you are sitting idle, right? You don't have any work to work on, and you're on bench. Okay, so once the work will be there, your team lead will call you, right? Team lead will call you, xyz, come here, this is what the work for you. Then only you will start working on it. Team lead will give you an input, right? And based on that, you will start working on it. So here, in this case, you will be a function. Team lead is calling you. That means someone should call that function, then only you will get activated. The function will get activated. Okay. So same here. To get to activate this, I need to call it. So where to call? Just outside the function. Okay. Below that function, anywhere you can call it, not above. Below that function, outside that function. So what is my function name? How to call the function? Addition. In that, see, when I execute this, what will happen, guys? Now I have called this function, right? When I execute this, what will happen? I have called it. Now what is the result? It will throw an error. What it will throw an error? So you are expecting three values A, B, C, but you haven't mentioned anything here. So let me give some values to A, B, C, like 1 comma 2 comma 3, and now you can see the result. It's 6. Okay. So here 1 comma 2 comma 3. What is 1 comma 2 comma 3, guys? Here, what is 1 comma 2 comma 3?
Natural numbers.
Yeah, definitely it is natural numbers, Pankaj, but these are all parameters. Okay. And all these parameters are called actual parameters. What we call it as? Actual parameters. Always remember. And what is ABC here?
Argument,
But
sir.
these are also an parameters. Are you agree with this? But it is called dummy parameters, or we called it as formal parameters. Okay. Why it is called dummy parameters? Because this 1 2 3 will be copied to ABC. That's why we are calling it as a dummy. These are actual parameters, these are formal parameters. This ABC will not have an effect when we exit this function. This ABC will not be in picture when we exit this function. And that's why these are also called as local parameters. This is the scope of this ABC, guys. The scope of this ABC is inside the function only. It is not useful outside the function. Understood? Dummy parameters, formal parameters, or local parameters? Yes or no? The parameters which are inside the functions are called the dummy parameters, or formal parameters, or the local parameters. Okay. Any question? I hope you understood now how to write the function and how to call it. Let's write one function, guys. Okay, write a function to check the entered number is Armstrong or not. Okay, let's write that. Entered number is Armstrong or not. Let me write this function. Write a Python code, write a function which checks entered number is Armstrong or not. Okay, so let us write that. F. Whatever the function you have written, whatever the code you have written earlier, you have to write that in the function, guys. That's it. That's it. Okay. So let's write that. Def. Let's give the function name Armstrong, for example. Okay. In that, let's define the parameter afterward. Okay. So you remember, guys, the code for Armstrong.